So, in the previous session, we have done with the global settings of the company, right? And today, we will go for purchasing settings. What is the purchasing settings will be there? What is the purchasing settings? So here, the first purchasing settings. Let's write down purchasing settings. Purchasing settings. Purchasing settings. Purchasing settings. And then first one, maintain company code for materials management. Materials management. Materials management. SPRO, IMG, logistics, general, SPRO, IMG, logistics general, material master, material master, basic settings, under that, maintain company codes for materials management. Under that, maintain company codes for materials management. Materials management. Transaction code is OMSY. OMSY. This is a very important. When in this situation, this was an error will become for the students for the posting of a stock entries. In generally, when the HG people are posting of any stock entry, they want to sell the product as well as the MM people are purchasing the products. When making of a purchasing or when we want to making of any sales, whatever the stocks which we are having in your hand, we need to post the transaction, stock entries. When posting of the stock entry, in the most of the situation, it will becomes the error here. It will becomes error. Compulsory this error will become. So for clarifying of that error, this is a solution. The periods are not open for that month and period, for the period and year. So for that here, in OMSY, select position button. What would be the company code for us? The company code for us, which we are working with the HLL1, HLL1 India, from which year it has to be started? And the year of 2015 onwards it has to be started. And in which period? First month. Not the first month, it is the first period. Means April. Otherwise, if you want to post from present period, that means we can take is an 11th. That means it is in a February. 11th period is in a second. Your wish. And I am taking here as a 10th period. Or else 11th period, take it, not a problem. From today onwards, from the 11th period onwards, it has to be postable the transaction. And even here, if you want activate this ABP. What do you mean by the ABP in the sense of allow backdate postings? That means if in any case, if you have any postings in the previous month, that's also can be possible if you are activated this. And then save it. So this is the first thing in the purchasing settings. And the next one is define attributes of material types. The next one. So what is the main purpose of this attributes of the material types? Whenever you have made a purchase of the raw material, or else whenever you have made of a sale of a product, in that situation, when making of a purchase and when making of an sales, in that situation, Do you want to maintain? You want to maintain the stock ledgers for the raw material and the stock ledgers for the finished goods. Is it required or not? Whenever we have received the stocks from the purchasing department, automatically our stock ledger has to be postable or not? It has to. As like as whenever the salesperson has been selling the goods, automatically the goods ledger has to be effectable or not. For that purpose, we need to maintain this attributes. See here, define attributes of the material types. And here, what is the different types of the material types will be there here future. And here, I am taking that ROH. That ROH. What would be the ROH in the sense of ROH means raw material. Is it there? That means when I'm having the stocks of my raw material in the valuation area of HLLP. Right, the HLLP. Do you want to maintain the stock has to be updated or not? And the value has to be updated or not? And then say. As like as, including with the raw material, we need to make a setting of this one for the finished goods also. In assembly terminology, the raw materials will be shown with the ROH and the finished goods will be shown with the FERT. FERT in the sense of, that is in a scientific name for the finishing goods. In other words, we should acknowledge an item category. See here, for the FERT also, I need to update by for the valuation of area of this one, valuation area of this one. It has to be maintained the quantity update and as well as it has to be update the value update and make it as a site. So whenever we have completed this quantity update and value update for the raw material and as well as the finished goods, after completion of these of the two settings, what we have to do in the sense of the next one, tolerance group for purchase orders. What is the purpose of the tolerance? In generally, what do you mean by the tolerance? See, how much of the tolerance you are having in the sense of, okay, our person Mr. Lakshman has been saying that I am having the tolerance up to, I can wake up for 1 o'clock. I can wake up to 1 o'clock. Up to from 10 onwards. That means his starting tolerance limit is at 10 p.m. and he can wake up to the 1 p.m. 1 a.m. sorry. That means that 4 hours or the 3 hours is in his tolerance. As like that, when I have made a purchase from yours, when I have given the purchase order to yours with this material, for this material cost when I am giving to yours, it is the cost of the 30,000. But when you are sending the stocks to me, it has been increased 8,000 or 30,500. That means the purchase order value and the incoming value has been the difference. Variance is there. As like as when we are making the sales order customer has been placed for 50 rupees. But we are selling the stocks for the customers with the rupees of the 75 rupees. Is it acceptable for the customer? That limit tolerance in the sense of lower limit and as well as an upper limit. How much it has to be acceptable? The tolerance we have to be for the POs. Why should this will be useful for, when it will be useful in the sense of when during of financials, for making of a purchase order is required. When during of an for making of a PF they are required. When during of an SD for the third buyer, we need to generate the purchase order. At that time, this is also. For this, the menu part is for the making of any tolerance group for purchase orders, it was an SPRO, IMG, materials management. It's not in the logistics, it comes into the material management. And then purchasing, purchase order, and then purchasing, purchase order, then define tolerance for purchase. Define tolerance for purchase. When we are coming to here, okay. SPRO. Let's take as a transaction code also for this one. Purchase order. Tolerance limits for purchase order. Set tolerance limits for price variance. Go MEU. Set tolerance limits for purchase orders. Go MEU. Here. Select this. And the system will automatically has been given the sum of the tolerance limits for us with the name of PE and S. What is the PE? Is a purchase variance of the price increased. Price increased or decreased. And the second one is if the cash discounts also will be variance. Mostly when they are giving to the order to us, we said that we promised that we will give the 3% of the discount. But when executing, it will not accepting the 3%, it will accepting the 2%. That will be also changes. That's why this PE, SE, and copy it for the company code of the HLL and as well as HLL. Make it safe. This is what we can call as a tolerance limits for POs. And the next one, tolerance limits for GR. Tolerance limits for GR. What do you mean by the GR? Goods received. Or else goods received. Goods received or goods received. Whatever the stocks which we have received, which we can call it as a goods received or goods received. For this, the menu path is SPRO, IMG, MN, middle management, MN, under the MN, inventory management and physical inventory, the GR, set tolerance OMC0, OMC0, not the O. Tolerance limits for PO, OMC0. When we are coming to here, here also some of the tolerance groups will be already available for the GR. That is the name. One is the B1. What is the B1? Order price quantity variance. B2. order price quantity less than, and average price, and copy this one B1, B2 and BP and change the company. That's all one. That's all one. That's all. And that's it. This is for the GR. And the next one is the maintain plant parameters. Maintain plant parameters. Without of this in the plant, we are unable to post the transaction. Maintain plant parameters. Plant parameters. For this, in the same menu part of SPRO, IMG, material management, inventory management and physical inventory, and then plant parameters. This is the no more transaction code will be used. There is no transaction code for this one, which is directly can be used by the menu part itself. Plant parameters. If you have not done this plant parameters, we are unable to post the stocks into the plant. Let us see here. We don't know how to maintain the plant parameters. That's why just select the company code of the 10080 and make it as a copy with your company. So our company code is HLL1. And even here the BOM application, this has to be changed. It was an BP01, it was showing BP01 in the sense of production of the generator. But what I have to do that, it is an IMS, inventory management. When it was when purchasing. When during of sales we have to make it as an STC. But here I am using the IMS of the BPs. And then press enter. Actually plan. Save. These are the plant parameters. And after that, maintain default values for tax codes. Maintain default values for tax codes. Maintain default values for tax codes. Tax codes. See here for this SPRO, IMG, material management, logistics invoice verification, and that incoming invoice, and that maintain default values for tax code. What is the tax code you want to apply for this one? If you know your tax code by the financial people also, you can add the tax code here. If you don't know, you have to create that. Otherwise, if the system, we don't know what is the tax code, simply we can add the SAP predefined tax code. Whatever the tax which we are paying when during of an purchasing, which is called as an input tax. The input tax means whatever the tax which we are paying. So here OMR2. From here, select new entries for which company code of HLL1 and what would be the tax code you want. Even what is the tax procedure which now the system is having? Yahoo, IMG, financial accounting, settings, tax obligation materials, basic settings, assign country calculation procedure. Here, for the country of India, there is something here. I am removing that one and I am adding the self-predefined one. And for this tax CP, the input tax is being 0. As the case, B0 is for the output. When giving up the sales, you need to activate the A0. A0 in the sense of output tax, B0 in the sense of. And one more tolerance is there. Set tolerance limits for invoice verification. Set tolerance limits for invoice verification. Invoice verification. Set tolerance limits for invoice verification. For that, SPRO, IMG, materials management, logistic invoice verification, invoice block, invoice block, set tolerance limits, invoice block, and that set tolerance limits. OMR 6. OMR 6. And then here we need to activate the BD and ST. One is the BD and the second one is the ST. OMR 6. Transaction code is OMR 6. Here it was a name BD and the second one is the ST. One is the diet variance and another one is the price variance. For small differences are copy this and change the company code here and here also. And let's see. This is what we are calling as a tolerance. And the next one. Group together valuation areas. Group together valuation areas. Just write on the notes for that. What is a group together? So, one or more plants can be combined in together in a valuation group. That means simply we can say that the combination of a multiple of the plants, which we are calling as a valuation. Valuation group is nothing but a combination of the plants. For S, SPRO, IMG, MM, SPRO, IMG, MM, valuation and account assignment, account determination, without wizard, group together valuation areas. That means we need to club and multiple of the valuation areas into under one group. So here OMWD, select new position button. For this plan, I am giving the code of this one. Even I am having this plan. For this one also the same code. For this plan also the same code. That means Under this code, group code, I am having all of these flags. Whatever different valuation areas will be there, for these of the valuation areas, this is the valuation. That means HLLP and HLLQ is considered under one valuation area. HLLR and HLLS and HLLT, those are the flags, has been considered another valuation. Like that, we can create a multiplication of the valuation. Right? And the next one, define valuation classes. Define valuation classes. Valuation classes. It is nothing but like a. It is nothing but like a type of the material. What do you mean by the valuation class in the sense of it is a type of the material. The type of the material. Valuation class is a type of the material. So OMSK is the same menu. When we are going to the OMSK, select the valuation class. Select the valuation class. And then here, select the 3000 and 7920. Select the 3000 and 7920 and copy. Select the 3000 and 7920 and make it copy. Copy. What it was, which I am giving here as an HLLR, HLLF. Finish and save. One is the HLLR and another one is the HLLF. These are the valuation classes. And the last one is maintain member ranges for the purchasing document. Maintain member ranges for the purchasing document. Purchasing. Transaction code OBA7. 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 See it? In the OBA7, we have to create the number ranges for WA. WA in the sense of goods issue. For this, the document number range is 49. First one is the WA, that is a goods issue. That means what we are sending. That is a 49. And the next one is a WE, goods receipt. WE, goods receipt. Goods receipt. For this one is a 50. For that one it is a 50. And the next one, RE. RE, gross invoice receipt. Gross invoice receipt. Gross invoice receipt. For this one, it was an 51. That means we need to create the number ranges for these of the three different types of the document. FI people does not create this one. Only in MM settings we have to create this. See, number range information for HLL1. And this is the latest version. The number range will be something different. You can see here, there is no insert number range. This will be there. Have you seen that in before? Generally, in the older version, how it will be there in the sense of when you are coming to here, there is a three intervals will be there. If you click on the third interval, insert interval, here another button will become as an insert interval. Directly we are clicking on that and we are doing. But here this is the insert. From here, ranges, maintain, and what do you want? 49 in the year of 2015, from the number of 1 to 99. And again, after this is the insert button, another one. 50 in the year of 2015, 100 to 149. And again insert 51 in 2015, from the number of 100 to 150 to 190. These are the document number I use for the purchase. Yeah? 50? Yeah. 49, 1 to 99 something, and 50, 100 to 149. Here it was in 190. That's okay? Yeah. This is what we can call as an MM setting. As like as the MM settings which we are done, we need to make the SD settings first. After completion of the SD settings, we have to go for a purchase of a raw material. When during of a purchase of the raw material, what is the ledgers we require? Financials. What is the purchasing material which we take? After purchasing of the raw material, how it will be costing and how it will be going to sell. Then the full life cycle. Full life cycle. E to E. That means end to end. We are doing the end to end. That is what we are. Got it? Fine. And this is enough for today. And in the next session, we will go for the